Getting asked all the time, is feeling safe possible, usually means there's been a rape, a car wreck, a spouse that walked out on you, you've been beat up by somebody, you've been robbed. Whatever the case might be, it's something really traumatic. Yes, you can feel safe again. Will you ever forget? No. No, no, no. You'll learn how to cope. And the reason I'm saying that is because your brain is going to change when you've been traumatically injured. There's no question about it. It changes your brain. The experts all tell me that. Your body knows what happened to you. In fact, there's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. There's so many things that happen to us traumatically change us, change us, change us. And we have to work hard to get it back. Now, if you want to ease the pain, people often pick addictions. They may pick alcohol, they may pick drugs, they may pick illegal drugs, or they may pick prescription drugs. They may pick being a workaholic, or gambling, or shopping, or smoking cigarettes, or smoking pot, or a zillion different things. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but whatever the addiction is, you can't get away from it. For the longest time, you just can't get away from it. It's something that drives you. It may be housework. I mean, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a good thing, like overworking, which of course is bad for the body, and so is houseworking. But what I'm trying to say is it's not necessarily something that's going to make you so different that your friends are going to like you anymore. But it could, if you turn out to be a dead drunk and knock yourself completely out cold every time you're around alcohol. That isn't going to be a good way to have good friends. But the point is, yes, you can feel safe again, but you need to accept that you've changed. Now, for me, the bed is always a trigger. As both my mother and my father used to come in the bedroom at night and scare the living daylights out of me. So I decided to make my parents the monster under the bed. So they're not going to come through the door. Okay, so it's the monster under the bed. It lives under the bed. So as long as my hands don't hang down over the sides, over the sides of the bed, I'm good. I adapted to a way to make myself feel safe. And that's what's really important. You need to adapt to a way to make you feel safe. And if you can do it in a community, boy, it really helps. And that's why I created a school, SKOOL. There's no charge. You can come there, you can have one-on-one meetings with me, or you can come with other people if you want, whatever you like. But the idea is that you have a place to go and talk about your trauma. Now, one of the things that you're going to find out is if you come there and you feel safe, or anywhere. I mean, you may have dear friends you feel really safe with. That'll work. If you feel safe with somebody, you feel like you can trust them, you feel like they're not going to talk to other people about what you said, on and on and on and on. You're at home. You feel like they're close family, okay? If you talk it out, often you'll find your own ways, as I did with the hands hanging down, your own ways of overcoming. If you talk with others, it's probably faster, it's a little bit easier. I do it a lot with Life Ring, which is for drugs and alcohol mostly. We do trauma too. But it helps when you've got other people to talk to, other people who understand, other people who are compassionate, people who are non-judgmental, people who accept anybody, even with purple hair or green hair or something dripping out of their nose, or I'm being a little exaggerating. The fact is, it doesn't matter what you look like or what you say, as long as you're not judgmental of other people. Don't be judgmental of other people. Let everyone be who they are. Let them be authentic. That's one of the things that Gabor Mate is. He's an expert in trauma. That he says, so often we've adapted to either our parents or a boss or a type of career or whatever it is. We adapted and we put on an act. We are an actor or an actress. I guess they all call them actors now. Okay, you put on that act, but that's not your authentic self. And so when you are talking about your trauma, it has to be your authentic self, and that's the difference. When you're authentic, really talking about what hurts, what doesn't hurt, when you feel bad, what you're feeling bad about, all those things, that's when healing starts. You begin to decide who you are and why. It's wonderful. Gabor Mate has written this book, The Myth of Normal. It's light reading. It really helps when you have a way of understanding what's going on. He also wrote The Realm of the Hungry Ghosts, which is his research on people who are either fall down every night and pass out drunk or drugs. He studied that for years to find out what was really going on, to help these poor folks who were trying to overcome their childhood trauma. And you may have childhood trauma too. That may be your trauma. But whatever the trauma is, it could be, like I said, it could be rape, it could be getting beaten up, it could be robbery. It doesn't really matter what the trauma is, it changes you. And now what we need to do is adapt. But not as a role player, as your authentic self, who you really are, how you really feel about your life and your future and what's going on with you. And you may be like myself. I look at all the things that have gone so wrong in my life and realized if they hadn't, I wouldn't have all of this to say to you, all of these experiences, all of these adventures, all of survival. It's survival strategies is what they are. That's why we become an actor. That's why we adapt to people. We're trying to survive. We're trying to make it in a world that we really don't understand very well. Does that make sense to you? Can you see where I'm going with this? I just want to help you. I want to make life better for you. And I hope that's possible. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, there's no charge. It's School, SKOOL. It will be at the end of the video to tell you where to go. You just register. You have to pick a time when both of us are available, and I'll talk to you online. Don't have to leave the house or anything. It's better if you're in a safe place then, in a quiet place where we can talk and you don't feel like you're going to be distracted. And I'll do everything I can to help you, especially encouraging you to recognize that you can save. You can stay safe. It's not fast. It takes time, but you can do it. Even if your problem is drugs and alcohol, which are not just a coping mechanism for covering up the pain that you're feeling. Those kinds of things are a specific coping they're all coping mechanisms. But the coping with them is that there's also the physical feeling. If you're a gambler, you're getting your high. If you're shopping, you're getting your high. If you're taking drugs, you're getting your high. So it just depends. Most cases, it's going to take some really intense work. But with some of these things, you'd be surprised. For me, I tend to be a very logical person. And when I have a logical reason why what happened to me did what it did, it doesn't take me very long to work that out. But if I don't have a logical reason, if it's because the sun came up that day, that doesn't help me a whole bunch. Okay? All right. I hope I get to talk to you soon on my school and help you in any way possible. If not, you can leave a comment here, or you can come back and join me on other YouTube videos. Thank you.